Hi everyone, I'm Louise and I will present you our pictorial Designing with Intimate Materials and Movements, Making Men Bits. This work is done in collaboration with my co-authors Ozgun, Kilic, Afsar, Marianela, Ciolfi, Felice, Nadia, Campo, Woytuk and Madeline, Balaam. We are all affiliated with KTH, Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm, Sweden. So in this talk I'll present a research for design project that seeks to open a design space for young adolescents' experiences of menarche and menstrual cycles. So menarche is the first menstrual bleeding, and it typically occurs between the ages of 9 to 15. Menarche is a crucial bodily transition which can deeply impact young people's lives. Whereas some people celebrate the beginning of menstruation, for many this is also a difficult time with uncertainty, increased self-objectification, pain and lack of communication and knowledge. So we understand menarche as a bodily rooted yet socially constructed experience. In this pictorial we present Menarche Bits. So Menarche Bits is a prototyping kit that opens a design space for young adolescents to create body-worn shape-changing technologies. It consists of different bits of heat elements and shape-changing actuators that can be pressed on the skin or being inserted into pockets as part of a wearable garment. It is meant to be used in design workshops with young people who recently started to menstruate. So our design process is following a research through design methodology informed by Soma Design, Women's Health and Feminist HCI. That means that we have deeply engaged with our own memories of menarche and our own menstruating bodies, while acknowledging that these may not represent all people's experiences of menstruation. So we took a Soma aesthetic approach to menarche because we want to understand and express which sensations, feelings and movements are experienced during menarche. And we're also interested in nurturing an appreciation or acceptance of menarche and design close to the body. So two experiential qualities that has influenced our work was trust and making space. Having trust in the menstruating body and what it tells you, and allowing people to make space for their body and take space in the world. So to really work closely with the bodily intimacy of the menstruating body, we needed to design slow and to pay attention to small or big bodily changes throughout the menstrual cycle. So during 2 months, we engaged in bodily practices such as yoga and Feldenkrais that centered around the pelvis. And we tried different breathing patterns that engaged the lower diaphragm, which is the pelvic floor. We also drank tea that was suggested for different phases of the menstrual cycle, and we collected and looked at our bodily fluids such as menstrual blood, saliva, and cervical mucus. During these meetings, we always drew something on 2 pieces of paper. So one of them a drawing of an experience we wanted to share, and one with an experience we did not want to share. So here you see images of the experiences that we wanted to share in the group and with you. Secondly, in the process, we invited more people to join us through a few workshops. So in these workshops, we evoked menstrual memories, and we invited participants to draw their menstrual monster as a way of embodying the uncertain changes of the body. We also did various body practices and movements that emphasized breathing and the pelvis, while connecting the pelvic floor, the lower stomach, back, chest, mouth, and jaws. Then we started prototyping new menarche movements. So starting to menstruate can lead to more limited and constrained movements because of shame or pain. But our intention is to open up for new movements to arise, because new movements also means new experiences. So we focused on touching and moving the intimate area of the pelvis and feeling the insides of our bodies. We designed a piece of fabric that you see in the top right corner with heat pads that is placed on parts of the pelvis, which can be painful during menstrual cramps. We also designed a soft, flat surface that is placed on the back that can invite circular movements in the pelvis. So with insights from our design exploration, we started our first iteration of the Menarche Bits. So in designing Menarche Bits, we decided to try working with shape-changing materials made of silicone and air inflation and deflation. So here you see a picture of the materials that we used. silicone color, tubing, connectors, molds, stencils, Arduino, Arduino, and electronic pumps, and casing of the electronics. So we started working with soft robotics because we found that the material and technologies was very interesting for our case. We wanted to design technologies to be placed directly on the skin, and silicone worked well for this as it is soft, safe, and body conforming. So with inspiration and qualities from the menstrual cycle, such as fluidity and cyclical patterns, we started designing different shapes, colors, and interactions. So here you see different tests of the technology where we explored the flow of air. So how air could be used to put pressure on the skin and how this is experienced differently depending on the different patterns and shapes. We also explored how the silicone actuator can correspond to touch and pressure from the wearer by using integrated air pressure sensors. After these tests, we decided on 2 shapes for our kit. A long shape and a smaller hexagon shape, which is modular and can be combined with other bits. The Menarche bits are fabricated in a process of at least 4 elements. So firstly, we designed the molds and the stencils, which are used for creating the shapes of the bits, and these were laser cut and 3D printed. Secondly, we created the silicone actuator where silicone is poured and cures in 2 layers where there is a space in between that can then be filled up with air. Thirdly is the process of placing the tubing and the connectors of the silicone actuators as part of the curing of the silicone. And lastly, we designed, built and programmed control units with electronic and programmable air pumps. So with Menarche bits, we are exploring the quite novel opportunities of designing shape-changing technologies for the ever-changing body, specifically addressing experiences of menarche. So we explored Menarche bits on our own bodies. As we did that, we really attuned to the feelings of them against our skin, pressing down in our flesh. So through touching and breathing with Menarche bits, we experienced a quite intimate and organic contact that continuously suggested new movements. So these experiences connected quite well with our intentions of making space for menstrual experiences and trusting the body. Menarche bits highlight 3 design ideas or proposals for developing curious and intimate technologies for the changing body. The first one is designing for movement through actuation. This design proposal highlights how actuation can make a person attend to specific internally felt experiences of the menstruating body, and hereby creating body literacy but through movement. This is a counter narrative to the quite extensive tracking and data gathering of the menstruating body, and instead it highlights embodied knowledge creation. The second proposal is changing shape with the changing body. Menarche bits or menarche marks the beginning of changes to the body in relation to menstruation and hormones. And this proposal suggests that shape-changing technologies and their quality of changing shape through time can correspond and adapt to how the body is changing over time. The third proposal is corresponding to the materiality of the body. This point centers the body and its fleshy and fluid materiality in close contact with the interactions. The Menarche bit does not only stimulate the surface of the skin, but it corresponds to the inner materiality of the body, such as menstrual experiences of menstrual cramps, throbbing pains, bloated stomach, or feelings of anxiety. Our future work includes design workshops where we will invite young people who recently started to menstruate to come and try Menarche bits and develop new technologies with them. We also want to develop the material and the technical qualities of Menarche bits and open new opportunities for using bodily fluids such as menstrual blood in interaction with the bits. So with that, as a summary, we contribute with designing with intimate materials and movement of the newly menstruating body. A bodily intimacy that doesn't shed away from the materiality and fluidity of our bodies, but seeks to make space and create new movements for being human in time of change. Thank you for listening, and also an extra thanks to my co-authors and people who have inspired and supported the design work and research.